Boker Tov, everyone. So we're continuing the halachot of certain mitzvot, and regarding the homes, we spoke about the ama al ama. So continuing on that vein, a person, if he lives in a building and the person that lives on top of him is a non-Jew, there's not an issue. A person might think there might be an issue if, let's say, sometimes I have to pray in my home, so like I pray to the Shemaim and above me is a non-Jew. Is that an effect? It doesn't affect, and you could live in a home with a non-Jew living on your higher floor. But let's say you are on a lower floor, and you're on in a floor, and below you is actually a synagogue. So there's not a problem there, except for the space that's over the Aron HaKodesh. So if your home is directly on top of a synagogue, the space with the Aron HaKodesh cannot be used as a bedroom or a bathroom. It has to be dead space. Put a dresser there or something, but you can't walk on top of that area. And if, let's say, you have a synagogue and then someone's living there and then someone's living on top of that, then there's no problem with that person walking around the entire area, because there's, in a way, the person in the middle is already blocking. It's the Kedusha of the Torah, the Kedusha of the Sefer Torah. The Kedusha of the Sefer Torah goes up, so you can't, in the space on top of it, can't use, bathroom, your own usage there. So you put something there that's not going to be, it's going to be blocking that. Airspace. But if there's a person on top of that, so there's already something blocking in a way. There's already this guy, so therefore that one, it's okay. Now, it's not only if you're living on top of a shul, but if, let's say, a person has a Sefer Torah in his home, or he has a shul in his home, so you have to know as well, if it's in the basement, know what's on top of the Aron HaKodesh. I know someone that has a Sefer Torah at home, and they have, like, right in the front of their house, it's kind of like a space like this where it just goes to the roof and there's nothing there, so they keep it like right beside, right in the front of their house. If they have an Aron HaKodesh right there, so there's nothing right on top. That's an important thing. Now, someone who lives above a shul or connected to a shul or next to a shul has to be very careful, because of the kedusha of the shul. That sometimes if you're always in and out, etc., it's a person might feel that it's just like another room in his house or something like that. So you have to be very careful. And there is one of the mefarshim on the Shulchan Aruch, the Taz. He writes at the end of Siman Kuf Nun Aleph. There's the halachot of kedushat Bet HaKnesset, the holiness of the Bet HaKnesset. He writes as follows: Ani b'yalduti, when I was young, even though he writes yalduti, which means like a yeled or a child, but it means he was already married. Hayiti dar be'kahal kadosh Krakow. I lived in Krakow in Poland. In bene beti, with my family, bebet midrashi, in my bet midrash. It seems like there was like maybe a little house attached to his bet midrash. She'aya lemala mi bet hakneset, which was on top of a bet hakneset, on top of a shul. V'ne'enashti harbe b'mitat banai, and during that time I was punished very much with the death of my beni, maybe the death of my son or death of my children. V'taliti bazeh, and I placed it on the fact that I lived on top of a shul and I didn't give it the proper respect. Unbelievable. It does show us another unbelievable point regarding the Taz himself, that he didn't blame it on any other Averah in his life. There's nothing else, but it was this. But he said he felt that it was maybe because he didn't treat the Kedusha of the Bet HaKnesset properly, and that's unfortunately he had that punishment. So it's a lesson for us as well. We don't necessarily live beside a shul or on top of the shul or etc., but it's the general of giving the Kedusha, the proper holiness, to the Bet HaKnesset. Okay, that's that for today. Mincha tonight at 7:15. Have a good day, everyone. Tana de Leo.